Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Monday, April 16th, 2018, tax day for everybody that cares. How exciting is that, right? So I wanted to show you this here, how the water is coming down through here. It goes down, and then there's a pond over here, and I'm going to actually take you over here and show you this pond. And this is where this water, when we get all these heavy rains, basically as you can see now, it is snowing, okay? But so here's the flow of the water, and it kicks over and it ends up over in this pond over here. This is an old gravel pit, and so it's that's where all that ends up going. So anyway, it's snowing now. It rained non-stop all day long, all night long it rained. So we are reflooded again for the moment, but I'm going to show you this here. You can see it here flowing across the road. Now see here's the road here. This is a dirt road. Way down there is a main road, which is actually just a side road. We're on a side road off a side road off a side road. So there's no main roads anywhere near us. So like when people will say to me, oh my God, you can see your solar panels from the street. This is a dead-end dirt road that the only people that travel down through here are the people that live here, okay? So look at this. This is all tons of water here. I'll walk back across over here. So, and then this is all loaded up again here in this area. And I'll take you over here and I'll show you. Now you got to realize, number one, the ground has already been saturated from the last runoff of rain and snow that we had. So it's just with all the rain, and we had a lot of rain here. So there's the water. This whole area, once again, is all full of water, and all the water's over through there as well. So yeah, water again. It happens. What are you going to do? So anyway, so yesterday we ended up bringing in 1.4 kilowatt hours of rain. Listen to me, 1.4 kilowatt hours of power. It was a horrible day. Today I figured, because of it raining nonstop all day long, that we would be in a similar situation as far as our production went today. But actually I'm gonna, hopefully that's, hold on guys, I'll clean that off so hopefully there's not raindrops on there, or snowdrops I should say. Today we've actually brought in 1.6 kilowatt hours, which I'm actually pleasantly surprised that we've brought in as much as we have. It's just, like I said, it's that time of year, and the weather is just freaking been so bizarre. It is unreal. But anyhow, what are you going to do? It's what we live with up here in the Northeast. A lot of people have asked, you know, where do you live? Where do you live? I'm in New York. So if you're a newer viewer, that's where we're at. We live in New York. So we have, you know, the weather up here is interesting. So anyhow, I want to talk about the topic of today's video. I had somebody say, oh, I've asked you twice in comments, and you know, you haven't answered my question yet. Is it a personal issue because you haven't answered? And no, it wasn't. The question that the guy asked me was, what's going to happen to all the prisoners that are in the prisons in an S.H.T.F situation? Okay, so we're going to talk about that a little bit, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, and I'm going to tell you what I know from talking to people in the past. And I know that there's people that follow the channel, they're corrections officers, and so they can kind of also give me that insight on that, okay? So I know nobody that's in prison. Actually, I do know one girl that went to prison. This is many years ago. I don't even know if she's out or not out or anything like that. But she was a neighbor. And then she had moved, married a guy, had kids, and she was doing daycare, and a child fell or something, and they blamed her, and she ended up going to prison for child neglect. They took her away from her kids, and knowing the girl as I knew her, I really don't think that she intentionally hurt this child. I really don't. But you know what? They felt that she did, so she went to prison. So unfortunately for her, and she got quite a bit of time for that, but that's unfortunate. But anyhow, so prisons, what's going to happen to prisoners in the prisons when S.H.T.F happens. And we're going to go with a couple different types of prisons. So I think like your minimum security prisons, people that are in there for, let's say, narcotic violations or DWI, you know, nonviolent crimes and stuff like that. I think what would happen is I think those guards would probably let those people out and say, try to get home. I think that's what would happen on those type of situations. Now, a place like Attica, where, now if anybody knows the history of Attica, there's been riots up there and people have died in the whole 9 yards. It is your hardcore, that's here in New York, Attica is in New York. It is your hardcore prison up in New York. If you get sent to Attica, you are not a very nice person, okay? Those type of people, from what I understand, and well, actually what happened was, okay, let me go back a little bit. When I used to work at a gym back when I was in my early 20s. I was an instructor in a gym for Bailey's Holiday Health and Fitness, and I was probably in the best freaking shape of my life when I worked there. But anyway, had a guy came in and got hired, and he had just gotten out of prison. Short guy, but just jacked. I mean, because all he did in prison was work out. And he said to me, he said, "Do you realize that if the United States is invaded, that the protocol is for like prisons that they're going to lock the prisons down and kill all the inmates?" And I remember looking at him and going, "Good." Oh, he didn't like that. Him and I didn't talk much after that because I didn't agree with his philosophy. But places like Attica, that's what they're going to do. They're going to lock those places down and they're going to kill those prisoners, okay? Because those are the worst of the worst. You wouldn't want to have those people get out on the street and do whatever they wanted to do. That would be a very, very, very bad thing. So that's from what I understand. And please, anybody that's a prison guard, please, elaborate in the comments. I would appreciate that if you would. But this is going back, obviously, into the late 80s, 1980s. That this is what I understood the information to be at that point. So it could have changed by now. I don't know. But I do believe that in your lower risk prisons, I think those people, like you were a check forger and you went to prison for stuff like, you're not going to be out there killing and raping, burning and pillaging. But your rapists, your child molesters, your murderers, your genuinely really bad people, they will be euthanized. Basically, that's what's going to happen with those folks. I think the other ones will be let go, and they can fend for themselves. And good luck getting home. And so that is what I believe is going to happen with a lot of these prisoners. I actually, from where I live, there is a prison not that far away. It's far enough away that I'm not concerned, but it's in the general area, and and it's a good-sized prison. But I don't think it's your hardcore prison over there. So somebody got 5 years in prison. They got to serve 2/3 or whatever of their sentence and whatnot. That's, I think, where they would go. So, but anyhow, so that's what I believe is going to happen. Like I said, I definitely want your guys' feedback. What do you think? Number one, let's put it like this too. I'm going to put this out there to you guys. What do you think should happen to these people in prison if an S.H.T.F. And we're talking worst case scenario, guys. We're talking end of the world as we know it. Nothing is ever going to be the same. What do you think should happen to the ones in prison, and the different levels of the types of people in prison? So I definitely want your feedback on that topic because I think it's really, really interesting. It is, I think it's about, I don't even know what the temperature is now, but like I said, we're going back and forth. I think it's back to kind of a rain-snow mix. So we got to be right around the freezing point up here. It's just, like I said, it's just one of those kind of freaking days, and these things are going to happen. Okay, so one of the other things I wanted to talk about, hopefully this week, I will be launching my website, and it's going to be preppernurse1.com. It's going to be basically an online store. I will be selling legacy foods there. I will be also selling t-shirts, bumper stickers, coffee mugs, probably koozies, those type of things. So if you're interested, and I'll let you know, like I said, when we get to that point. Like one of the bumper stickers that we're going to sell is right here. This was made by the Watchman, and it's M-A-N, not M-E-N. And he made that one for me. So those are going to be available as well if people are interested in that. I just think that that is freaking hilarious, okay? So those are going to be available there too. But I will let you guys know once we're up and running. But hopefully we will be launching this week. That is the game plan. And I'm real excited about that. I think it's going to be really cool. I got some definitely different ideas as far as merchandise, as far as like t-shirts. Prep for Life is going to definitely be one of them. You know, hug and kiss the ones you love, tell them every day. That will be a t-shirt for sure. You know, I get my STDs from Prepper Nurse 1. That probably will be a t-shirt as well. And it's just a conversation piece, and I think it's going to be fun. And you know, like I said, then there's going to be coffee mugs, and then we're also going to have, I'm going to do a limited edition beer stein type of thing. We're going to have like we're only going to do 100 of those. And so it's going to be a limited edition. You're going to get a signed paper saying that this is a limited edition and what number beer stein that you got. So those are going to be available as well. So those are going to be a one-time thing. Everything else is just going to be there, you know, and we'll probably, you know, be adding things here and there as we go. So it's like I said, it's going to be fun. I'm excited to launch the website. I've had people telling me for a very long time that I need to have a website and you know, sell t-shirts and stuff like that. So I figured, hey, you know, why not? And so we're getting that going. So I'm real excited about that. So you know, and there's no pressure to buy anything. If you don't want to buy nothing, you don't have to. But you know, I'd like you to check it out, and once we get to that point, and tell me what your thoughts are. If you want to go check it out now, it's there, but it is not up yet as far as running. Everything is not all set, but you can kind of go and see like the main page type of thing. So anyhow, so that's what's happening here and what we're doing. I just picked up Eddie today. I let him stay an extra day with his mom just because of all the ice and stuff that we had yesterday. Didn't feel like we wanted to take the chance of driving, and it wasn't necessary. So he, you know, I went and met his mom, and we exchanged and got him, and so he is home, and you know, and obviously Heather was with me, and so she didn't go with her mom this weekend. But so anyway, yeah, that's what's happening here, guys. And so I definitely want your feedback on the video. Tell me what you think about your thoughts on what you think as far as you know, what's going to happen with prisoners once an S.H.T.F, like end of the world, worst case scenario event happens. Okay? I will talk to you all tomorrow. I hope everybody's doing well, starting off your work week. I am ready for spring. I am tired of this continuation of cold, nasty weather. I am ready for warm weather. So I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.